Virginia Radio.
Okay. You know what it is. Powered by Virginia, Feed the Streets Radio, and we are broadcasting live from the Inner City Innovations Festival, downtown Hampton, 103 Eaton Street. I told everybody on the radio show, come out. It's going down. It's a lot of people, live entertainment, bounce houses for the kids, all type of events going on, food trucks, they're giving away book bags, you know, so this is probably where you want to be at right now. And I got a special guest in the building right now, my man from way back, Mike Payne. And he's here with the original Black Panther Party, you know what I'm saying? And they out here representing. He was on stage earlier speaking to the people, and we're going to get into everything they got going on. What's good, my brother?
Hey, what's good? I appreciate you. You know, I love being on here with you, and, you know, you guys are always doing a great service to the community, so we appreciate that.
It's good to have you here, man. It's been a minute since I seen you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now for the people who don't know, let's get them a little background on Mike Payne. You know
I'm General Mike Payne, national leader of the original Black Panther Party nationwide. So, you know, I didn't start out like this, of course. I didn't start out doing this work, but this is where I was led and what I was called to do. So I had to pick up that torch and come up through the ranks and make it happen.
No doubt. I like what you're doing. I see y'all all out here real militant. I like the way y'all moving, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. Now, you know, I know you from rapping on the mic, performing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? How did you transition from doing the rapping and performing to taking on the whole Black Panther Party and becoming the leader of that?
Yeah, it was a transition that I didn't expect, to be honest. You know, we started out with just doing, you know, normal music, nothing too crazy, but just normal music, putting it out for the people. And I was doing tours, and I was talking to labels. I got to that point, and I noticed they were trying to steer us in a certain direction of negativity. I didn't really like where music was going as far as hip hop goes. I didn't really like where that was going anyway. So I kind of just stepped back from it, to be honest. And I made the last song I had made was called Black on Black, and it talked about, could we bring the Panthers back and this, that, and the third. And I thought to myself, is that possible? You know, so I reached out and started trying to find out who was connected directly to the Black Panther Party for self-defense. And I went that route. I joined the original Black Panthers, and I worked my way up through the ranks, and, you know, now I'm running the organization, but it's really ran by the people, because the people is what really keeps everything going, and we are just a service to the people, so.
Word, that's dope, man, that's dope. Now, I'm curious, like, whenever y'all move, do y'all always move in a group of people? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, yeah. We always move, because you know, a lot of people don't know, from the work we do, we get plenty of death threats. We may not speak about it all the time, we may not put it out, but we get different death threats. We get sometimes, you know, the police done ran up on us. Virginia police done tried to run up on us before. Portsmouth PD, same thing. But, you know, they want to go home just like we want to go home. So, you know, they stay in their corner, we stay in ours.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
What are some of the positive things that the Black Panther Party has going on? I know, you know, y'all do a lot of stuff in the community, but I know y'all also do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, we you know, even with DeMontario Gibson, a lot of people, if they follow our pages and stuff like that, you see that we went out there to Mississippi, where DeMontario Gibson, he's the young FedEx driver. The young FedEx driver that was shot at by two white men. It was a father and son. They shot at him and shot his truck up as well. And all he was doing was delivering packages. And they were just, what was it, acquitted? No, they weren't acquitted. Mistrial. It was a mistrial. So it was a mistrial. And that's
Mississippi, I'm not surprised.
Right. It's insane, you know. So we gotta, we'll be going, hopefully, back out there really soon, and hopefully we'll be tackling some situations out there. It's a lot of work, you know, because it's a tragedy in Mississippi. There's no justice to almost ever be done. You know, Carolyn Bryant, the last known survivor of Emmett Till that just passed away. We were trying to get her locked up too because they had found an open warrant for her in Mississippi, but Mississippi wouldn't serve the warrant. So there's a lot going on in Mississippi. And, so we're always traveling. Even Brother Ahmaud Arbery, we walked his mother into the courtroom, and we protected her going in and out during the sentencing for that. And as soon as we got out, spoke to the press, my whole social media and a few of my members' social media was completely shut down.
Wow.
I still can't get on the app, but so
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we're always moving in and out of town. We're always we got chapters across the United States is doing the same thing we're doing here as well too.
What bugs me out, right? When you say Black Panther Party, people always think violence.
Right.
But when you say Ku Klux Klan and all this other stuff, people don't think violence.
Right.
And they are known for doing the most outlandish things. Walking through communities causing problems. And you don't hear about that when it comes to the Black Panther Party, but they try to put that stigma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, on the Black Panther thing. And it just shows you that, where we're still at.
Yeah,
in America.
And that's really sad because, I tell people, they always say they think we're the Black Klan, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're for Black people, we're the Klan, going against white people. That's not the case. We're not even a hate group. That's not what we are.
Yeah.
We hate the system. We hate the systems that oppress our people and do our people wrong and dirty. That's what we hate. We hate oppression. We hate injustice. But when it comes down to the Klan, or really the Black Panther Party, they forget one thing. In the name for the Black Panther Party for self-defense was self-defense. That's what they were there for, to defend the community against those institutions. So, no, we've never been about violence. We've never been the ones to chase anybody down, hang anybody, bomb churches. Those were the dealings that the Klan did.
Yeah,
and our government.
And the further you go down south, because for some reason, a lot of people don't consider Virginia the South, and I don't know why, because it's at the top of the South.
Right.
But the further you go down south, they don't consider us Southern. But when you start getting to the Georgias and the Mississippis and the Arkansas and Louisianas and all that, it's a very different type of vibe.
Right.
It's a very different type of mindset, and I think because in Virginia, even though this is where a lot of the BS was started at,
absolutely,
because there are more of us here that kind of stand up and put our foot down. They look at us different, because this is a true story now. When I was living in Atlanta, right, I was working at this job, and they had this white guy. He was like the supervisor. And he used to walk around and he would pull out this mirror and he would show it to black people and he would say, "Have you ever seen a monkey's ass shaved?" And they would all like laugh and joke, right? So one day I was like, "Yo, what is he saying?"
Right.
So the guy told me, and I said, why do y'all laugh at that? And they was like, "Oh man, that's just him." I said, well, I pray that he don't walk up on me and do that to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that just showed me the difference of the mentality.
Yeah.
From us and them. And when you were speaking about the trial in Georgia, Ahmaud Arbery, I'm not gonna lie. I was glad that they was found guilty, but because of where it happened, I wouldn't have been surprised if they didn't find them guilty.
Right.
I was happy when they did, but I was like, man, if they don't, of course people are gonna be upset, but I wouldn't be surprised the part of Georgia that it happened in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What was the tension like down there?
It was, because it was so many of us. And see, that's the thing I try to tell people all the time. When we come together, when we put this fist up, it's togetherness. It's not separate. When we spread our fist apart and open our hand like we're waving, that's separatism. Now, we stayed together with so many of us, there was nobody there to oppose us. There was nobody that wanted those troubles. Nobody wanted that. So we didn't have to worry about that. And like what you said with Virginia, this is where the first slaves were brought. So for somebody to consider this not the South is crazy.
I tell people that all the time.
I think they get that a lot of times because we culturally have piggybacked off New York for so long. in certain aspects with the music and the different things like that. We've kind of, it was hard for us to form our own sound for a while.
Indeed.
We've had certain ones, of course, but a lot of times it was New York, whatever New York was doing. Then when Georgia popped off, it was what Georgia was doing. Now we got some of our people here sound like they're from Georgia.
All the time.
So those things happen, but we also have the difference between those black folks that are still in that slave mentality where they would rather save their job and let a person say, like that man said to some of them employees, the monkey joke. Some people want to save their job and their livelihood so well that they'll let that slide.
Yeah.
At certain times we have to learn as black people, you gotta stand up for what's right.
Yes,
and you gotta put that out and stop that ASAP.
Yeah.
Take a lawsuit out against them. It don't matter, whatever.
Hey,
Sue the whole company.
The whole time I was there, I was like, please don't let him do that to me.
Right.
'Cause I know that's gonna be my last day here.
Right, yeah. And some of us, but you got to realize sometimes, like even when we go like to some places in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mississippi, some black folks still kind of walk with their head down in certain places. When we need to, get out of that mentality and stand up, put your chin up, chest out, and we have to get that manhood back in a lot of our men in our mentality. All of us brothers don't have that. Some of us do, but we need more of it. We can't keep running around with our head looking at the ground and stepping off the side of the sidewalk.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my brother, I'm gonna give you your flowers. I'm gonna salute you, your whole team. I listened to your speech earlier when you was on stage.
Appreciate you.
And I agree with a lot of the stuff that you were saying. And like I say, I know you from another life.
Yeah.
So to see the transition is dope. You know what I mean? And I salute you, G.
Hey, I appreciate you,
bro. Your whole movement.
Thank
know
you.
What I'm saying? And if there's anything that I can do to help with anything or, get the word out, just let me know.
Yeah, you have an amazing platform, and that is the most important thing right now is the platform, because there's so much, like even at this event, there's so much I wanted to say. There's so much I wanted to speak on, even with the voting and the politicians and the different things like that. There's so much I want to speak on. The people that asked me to come to speak, put on an amazing event. This is an amazing event.
Yeah.
And there were so many children here, and I didn't want to be too long-winded, and I wanted to keep the kids' attention because I really wanted to give a word to the children and to our parents that immediately take care of those children.
Yeah,
but there's
most
so much we need to talk about, and your platform is amazing.
Well,
and we need to be able to speak more.
I can bring you on my show, my regular show. We can set it up, man.
Let's
and
do
I
it.
can bring you on the show, and we can chop it up and talk about some things. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, and I love the hard questions. Like I said, I love transparency. I love to give the people what they need to know, and I love to give the people what they want to know. Whether it's about myself or about the community or whatever's going on. I want to give them the truth, and I want to let them know what's really happening in our inner city.
Word, and I hope that y'all keep on with the movement. Staying strong and putting it out there. And like I said, I salute you and your whole team and everything y'all got going on. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to interview you today, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you having me.
You know what I'm saying? No
Love
doubt,
it.
man. It's
Yep.
all love.
It's all
man.
love. I appreciate
you, G.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Black power, baby. You know
All
what
day
it
black
is.
power, all power to the people.
One.
Powered by Virginia Radio.